Bro, my wheel keeps wobbling. I think it's the pad.
Stop lying. Let's go!
The biggest lies electric unicycle riders tell themselves. Number one, I'm only buying one wheel. That is the first lie every electric unicycle rider tells themselves. Nobody buys one wheel and stops. Nobody. You start off thinking you are being responsible too. I just need something simple for commuting, calm, logical, adult decision. Then a few weeks later, your YouTube history looks like a mechanical engineering degree you never enrolled in. Suspension reviews, torque tests, range comparisons at 2 in the morning like it is homework you actually care about. Then you meet another rider in real life and everything changes. They let you test ride something faster, smoother, bigger. You step off your wheel and suddenly your own wheel feels like it is powered by disappointment. Now you are talking about maybe a second wheel for different situations, then a trail wheel, then a rain wheel, then a lightweight commuter. Next thing you know, your garage looks like a futuristic motorcycle dealership that only you can afford emotionally but not financially. And every rider has that one old wheel they refuse to sell. It still works. No, it does not. That wheel sounds like it is boiling water every time it turns on. Battery drops faster than motivation on a Monday morning, but you keep it because it watched you learn, wobble, survive, and level up. Electric unicycle riders do not own wheels. We adopt them like emotional support machinery. Number two, I do not need suspension. Every new rider says this right before their spine experiences its first financial crisis. It sounds tough at first. I like feeling connected to the road. That is cute until the road connects back with you violently. One pothole at speed and your entire body starts renegotiating its life choices. Your knees, ankles, and lower back all file complaints at the same time. Rigid wheel riders always try to stay proud about it too, acting like suffering is part of the sport. Meanwhile, suspension riders glide past like they are floating through a luxury simulation, smooth, calm, untouched by reality. Then you hit railroad tracks too fast on a rigid wheel and suddenly you understand everything. Your teeth click together like a stripper's butt cheeks. Your vision shakes. Your soul briefly logs out. After that experience, every crack in the pavement becomes personal. You start scanning roads like a military drone operator, and eventually curiosity wins. You try suspension once, just once, and that is it. The road you once tolerated now feels like disrespect without suspension. There is no going back after that moment. Comfort becomes addiction disguised as logic. Number three, I will never ride over 30. That is a temporary belief that lasts until your brain adapts and betrays you. At first, 30 miles per hour feels insane. Your body is stiff, your grip is tight, your eyes are wide open like you are witnessing a murder. You swear that speed is more than enough for life. Then a few rides later, your nervous system updates itself without permission. Suddenly, 30 feels normal. Then 35 feels smooth. Then 40 becomes casual cruising like you are just out for a stroll. Electric unicycle riders always say they want a little headroom. That phrase is dangerous. Nobody ever stops at headroom. That is how it escalates. One day you glance down and realize you are moving faster than anything your ancestors ever experienced standing upright on one wheel. Cars start looking slow. Wind becomes louder than logic. And somehow your brain still whispers, this wheel could use a little more speed. That is how it always ends. Not with a decision, but with gradual escalation you pretend was planned. Number four, I am done upgrading. No, you are not. You are just in between purchases. Electric unicycle riders never truly finish upgrading because the second a new model drops, the entire community starts acting like their current wheel has emotional issues. Suddenly, people who were perfectly happy yesterday are now discussing improved torque delivery like they are aerospace engineers. One video changes everything. A reviewer says this is the best ride feel yet, and suddenly your perfectly working wheel feels outdated, slow, and slightly disrespectful. You start noticing problems that never existed before. The pedals feel a little low. The ride could be smoother. You were fine last week. Now you are mentally budgeting a replacement like it is an emergency. Even selling your old wheel becomes a dramatic experience. You start talking about it like it is a loyal companion. This wheel has been good to me. Meanwhile, the buyer is thinking about immediately modifying it while your old wheel somehow starts acting worse out of spite during the meetup. Number five, I do not need more gear. This one never survives first impact. New riders start light, maybe a helmet and confidence. That is it. Then the first crash happens and everything changes instantly. Now you are ordering protective gear like you are preparing for a high-speed collision with reality itself. Chest armor, wrist guards, knee pads, elbow protection, armored jackets, reflective gear, and enough padding to survive being launched into another zip code. You go from casual rider to walking safety demonstration. And the funny part is how long it takes to put everything on. What used to be a quick ride now feels like preparing for battle. By the time you are fully geared up, the weather has changed, the sun has moved, and you are questioning your life choices. Eventually you realize gear is not optional in your mind anymore. It is emotional insurance. Because every rider knows the truth. You do not choose when you fall. Gravity just schedules it for you. Number 6. This crash was not my fault. Electric unicycle riders are undefeated at rewriting history after a fall. It is never the rider. It is always the environment. The pavement was uneven. The wind was aggressive. The tire pressure felt emotional. Sometimes even the universe gets blamed. But every crash story starts the same way. So I was just cruising. That sentence is the universal warning sign that something questionable is about to follow. Then it is always a mix of speed, confidence, and one small decision that aged terribly in real time. Looking at a screen for a split second, leaning too hard, carving too aggressively, taking a deep breath, or trusting a surface that clearly had other plans. Slow speed crashes are the worst though, because those are purely ego related. You are barely moving and somehow still meet the ground, and that is when the real damage happens. Not physical, psychological. Now you are laying there pretending your ankle is fine while strangers ask if you are okay and your wheel spins slowly like it is also disappointed in your decision making. Number 7, I will only ride weekends. That is not a rule. That is a suggestion that gets ignored immediately. Electric unicycles do not stay weekend hobbies. They slowly integrate into your daily life without permission. First it is just fun rides. Then it becomes errands. Then it becomes your preferred transportation method for anything under 10 miles. You stop thinking in driving terms and start thinking in rideable distance. That store is only 8 miles away, only 8. As if that is a casual walk. Your car starts sitting more than it moves. Your battery charger becomes a permanent fixture in your life. And suddenly every free moment becomes an excuse to ride just a little bit. The real giveaway is weather obsession. You start checking wind speed like it is part of your job. Rain forecast determines your mood. And before you know it, you are not riding on weekends. You are riding whenever the wheel is charged and your body is available. And the biggest lie of all, this hobby saves money. No, it does not. Thanks for watching.